from the Texas Motor Speedway, getting ready to go racing once again. It is the DI9 Designs AROC Final. Cody Pennell and Tommy Reynolds on the front row. It is my esteemed privilege to be joined by Australia's second greatest commentator, Mitchie, by my side. And Mitchell, it's time to race the final.
Thank you, Rick. It's going to be a great finale. Texas Motor Speedway. We have 60 laps. It's going to be absolutely electric around here and a bit of fun.
Fun's what we're after, but we love excitement the most. Two drivers, the green car of Tommy Reynolds and the lemon car of Jeremy Brio, will be fighting for the championship and that $100 gift card. Cody Pennell on the pole to kick us off. Green flag is out in the final. Car already going through the grass, and it's Patrick Allen. Daniel Maddox starting from the pit lane. Mitch at the front. Good start by Pennell.
Yeah, Pennell, great start. Tommy Reynolds trying to challenge here at the moment, but it's a great battle at the front here at the moment. We're going to see that through the entire race, and Jeremy Brio looking for the lead as well.
Brio to the inside of Pennell off that fourth corner. He puts the lemon-colored hold-in to the point, leading the first lap as cars fan out behind them. It's Brio, Pennell, Reynolds, your top three. In the middle, the hot pink-colored car of Daniel Roberts, that number 30. Three wide through the corner. Sears come down on Roberts. There goes Sears. He's at an angle. Roberts saves it. Everybody 3, 4 wide. One more Roberts. There goes Williams into Honeybrink, crashing out of the second corner. And they almost made it. They almost persevered, but we're still moving. No yellow. Jeremy Brio leads out of turn 4, Mitch.
Incredible. That could have been a 10-car pileup and all that, but pretty much everybody staved it incredibly. It was incredible going through turn 2. But, wow, incredible stuff already, and the battle for the lead is heating up, and in the mid-pack, it's going wild.
7-4-2-8. Now the 7 car of Tommy Reynolds sitting in third. COT Tommy in the chat says, keep it green, boys. Kentucky's Cody Riggs in the slate-colored Commodore. Now behind points leader Jeremy Brio. Cody Pennell goes purple, 29.75. Fastest lap of that race. Mitch, a look at the points. Jeremy Brio in the lemon-colored Commodore leading. Tommy Reynolds in the green-colored Holden as Terry Gabbard gets into the wall. Reynolds now going for the lead to the inside of Cody Pennell. These two separated by 36 points, it looks like, if my math is right. No, 26 points, because my math is never right. So basically, the math says that Jeremy Brio needs to finish 6th or better to clinch the title if Tommy Reynolds gets the win.
It's possible. It's possible. It can happen. There's still a long way to go. It's very possible in this race, but we'll have to wait and see. Still a long way to go to decide the title.
Jeremy Brio in that number 74, now in front of Cody Riggs. There's Riggs to the outside now. 3 Commodores in the podium positions with 2 Fords trailing at the back end of the top 5. Cody Pennell and Terry Gabbard in the 4th and 5th position as John Honeybrink goes a second lap down, as does Justin Williams after that first lap incident. Brio chasing down Reynolds, but certainly not the urgency that you would have expected a week ago at the Charlotte Road Course and 2 weeks prior at Michigan.
Yeah, it's at the moment you're going to see that urgency just be a little bit steady for now. We've seen it already how chaotic it can be in the opening laps, but I think things might stay steady. You're going to see a few lead changes here and there, and just to see what goes down as I believe someone's gone off.
It's Ryan Pennell in the number 12 red-colored, red-rimmed Ford. He goes down to pit road after wrecking. Originally from Good Hope, Georgia, but now a resident of nearby Dallas. Ryan, the hometown flavor tonight, as is Donald Ray, who unfortunately couldn't make it to this final. At the front, Mitchell, it's the 2 championship belligerents fighting for the lead.
Yeah, they're finding out pretty hard here at the moment for the lead. Cody Riggs in there behind. I think just to join the view for now, but the top 2 in the championship, I think are just going to go side by side for quite a while. and just enjoy the battle really here at the moment.
60 laps to scheduled distance, 2 by 2, 2.5 rows deep off that fourth corner. It's Brio and Reynolds side by side, barreling into turn 1. Who's going to blink first? Amazing racing, Mitch, and this is something that really has been just the jewel of this AROC series, is watching these legacy V8 supercars essentially go pack racing. Look at this again, 3 wide with Cody Riggs up the vacuum hole. I say, he's caning it, Mitch.
An incredible move from Cody Riggs there. Goes through, found the opportunity to go for it, and he took it. He's second right now. He didn't get the chance to get it on Jeremy Brio, but he's ahead of Tommy Reynolds now.
Reynolds third in line in the green-colored Commodore. The maroon-colored Ford Falcon of Cody Pennell now follows the trail of the banana-colored 7-4. Jeremy Brio just edging Cody Riggs off that fourth corner now as the camera shakes with high-speed V8 violence. 10 laps complete and 55-0 to go at the Texas Motor Speedway. You're looking at Jeremy Brio, the current championship leader, leading this race. The 8 of Justin Williams 2 laps down, hanging on to these race leaders with John Honeybrink to his inside. Honeybrink 2 weeks ago, the winner at Michigan, and as there's contact, that's Tommy Reynolds, who goes to the high side, Mitch. And as I continue to wax very boringly about previous winners, Reynolds nearly lost his championship fight in turn 4. Good save.
Well, there's been a couple of moments like that a little bit earlier in the lap. The same thing happened. Cody Riggs went a little bit off turn 2 and Tommy Reynolds went in the back of him, and then the same thing pretty much happened again. So it's getting very interesting here at the front. Everyone getting a bit edgy at the moment, trying to stay steady so there isn't contact and one in the wall.
If you've just recently tuned in, I'm Rick James, joined by Mitchell, the Australian commentator. How could we not have a resident Australian here for this V8 Supercar Championship? Jeremy Brio continues to lead Cody Riggs after a dozen laps. Lucky number 13 laps underway right now. Further on back, you've got Tom Sears and Sam Roberts side by side in the Alabaster Ford and the lime-colored Commodore. Mitch, this is some of that racing that you were talking about further back in this pack, this multicolored calamity out of the fourth corner.
And then these guys may be trying to see, are we just going to race each other, or we're going to try to catch up back to the pack, maybe up ahead? That's the thing about it. Here with Oval Racing here tonight, especially in these V8 supercars, trying to figure out what you want to do and how you want to make your race just a tad better, or are you just going to fight for position, which I think these guys are definitely doing here right now.
New Jersey's Tristan Catania trying to fight for the back end of the top 10. The purple-colored Ford Falcon has a mirror full of Tommy Withers, in the orange-colored number 6 Falcon. He's riding behind the alabaster-colored Falcon of Sam Roberts in that 1-5 behind his brother Daniel in the pink car, and Tom Sears leading this secondary pack in that lime-colored 18 from the 7th position. Still plenty of race to go, Mitch, but you said it. They're starting to get into formation. Catania really hits that apron in the third corner, and nothing upsets these delicate race cars like coming up against that apron in the corner.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing about it. You don't want to hit it too much because you could be gone. But as you said, we're seeing these formations starting to form. Everybody trying to see if they can catch up. And we have seen a few drivers catch back up to the front leaders. Because originally at the start it was only the top 3, and now a few drivers have started to come back up to the front. So you're going to see that throughout this race and see how it all pans out.
Tom Sears in the 6th position. You just saw Tristan Catania with an amazing run as well. Back to the front, Mitchell, out of the second corner. Jeremy Brio leading Cody Pennell by a few tenths. Terry Gabbard seems to be fighting with Dustin Painter there. Gabbard losing spots in a hurry, but at the front, Jeremy Brio ahead of Cody Pennell, and this is where the draft or the tow will come into effect. They're all single file here, so that car third in line, Tommy Reynolds, and then fourth in line, John Honeybrink, are going to have a great run out of the corner.
Oh, absolutely they will. They'll get that great run, seize the opportunity, but at the moment, as I said, You're not going to see too many passes here in this front pack at the moment. Everyone's going to be very steady and try to get towards the end of that race where we're going to see a lot of the action here at the front.
Single file in this secondary pack with Tom Sears leading Samuel Roberts, Tristan Catania, Daniel Roberts in the Pink Falcon in 9th, Tommy Withers sitting in 10th. Further on back, draftless out of the 4th corner, Dan Maddox in the Burnt Orange Commodore, and Patrick Allen, who drove through the grass on the very word go, sitting in 12th, 32 seconds behind the race leader. Here comes native Texan Ryan Pennell up behind Allen, who gracefully moves out of the way in lucky number 13th position. Cody Riggs finds himself a lap down in the 14th spot. John Honeybrink rounding out the top 15. Justin Williams at the back, but at the front, Mitchell, the race has not relented. Cody Pennell, as they say in NASCAR, sitting in that catbird seat. Really, he's pulling all the strings at the moment.
He absolutely is, and that's going to be the beauty of it. He's going to be sitting there for now, waiting for the right moment. When will they pit as well? When whoever wants to come in first or not? That's going to be the story of it, which, for those wondering as well, Cody Riggs, who was in that front pack, has already pitted. He did have a slight moment before he pitted as well, so keep an eye on him throughout the race in this one. But yeah, Pennell, he's going to be sitting behind in that spot, and he won't move.
There are the track facts brought to you by DI9 Designs. The 1.5 mile quad oval of the Texas Motor Speedway hosts the final as Terry Gabbard brings his blue number 4 down pit road, 20 to 30 laps. The expected mileage here, possibly a bit sooner, but what it means for these drivers, Mitch, is that it's going to be a 2-stop race, and if they can't make it those 20 laps, it will be more than that. Gabbard resigns his top 5 position. He now sits in 11th, and the top 4 now include Dustin Painter in the number 6.5 Rainbow Commodore.
That's why I find it interesting Cody Riggs coming in as early as he did. But yeah, the pit stop's going to be interesting to see what these guys do. And yeah, Dustin Painter in P4 right now, doing very nicely. He is here at the moment. And he might be one to look out for towards the end of this race. He's going to sit back and wait for his right moment to pounce for a move.
Dustin Painter, no shock to surprise wins. Just when you least expect it, he gets you. And in that rainbow-colored 6.5 Commodore, he's going to lead us around for a lap through Texas.
Yeah, Dustin trying to see what he can best do here at the moment. And he's coming in. Yes.
He will be coming in. You saw, well, it looks like he dipped to the left, so I'm not sure if he was trying to get draft, and he is slowing down. His number 6.5 Rainbow Commodore, he comes in. Brio, Reynolds, Pennell, all in. All the top 4 coming down pit road. Tom Sears on the way in. Tristan Catania will stay out, and the New Jersey pilot in the 4.8 will become the new leader at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it was expected that these top leaders would all join each other in the pits, and that's exactly what they've done.
Looking at the bottom of your screen, fans, you'll see the 3-letter abbreviation for your favorite driver. The ticking time on the left is their pit lane time. The ticking time in the brackets is pit stop time. New Jersey's Tristan Catania comes out, and he stays out for another lap, so he'll complete lap 25 still with enough fuel to go, and this is the furthest anyone has gone. If a caution comes out now, the gamble will have been worth it. And look at this, Mitch. Tommy Reynolds coming out of pit road. Jeremy Brio leaving after Dustin Painter. Brio with a 24-second pit stop time. Tommy Reynolds with 22.2, and Ohio's Terry Gabbard with 19 seconds. So much pit strategy, all of it involving fuel and tires.
And Tristan Catania now comes into the pits as well, so he does take his stop, and yeah, we'll come in and get the fuel on board.
DOT Tommy in the chat asking, is Catania trying to make it on one stop? It would be an unbelievable feat if he could pull that off. Not something that I would predict, but I'm never right, so we'll see. Terry Gabbard comes out with that lead, and how he's going to come around to take top spot from Tristan Catania. Tommy Reynolds in the second position by 1.4 markers. Cody Pennell just behind him in third. Dustin Painter in fourth. Jeremy Brio still in championship winning position, but again, as points dictate, Brio needs to finish 6th or better to clinch the title, and Mitch, he's only 2.5 seconds away from losing that clinch position.
Yeah, it's so close. It's tight here at the moment, and that's why I said before, those last 10 laps are going to be interesting to see how it all plays out and where everybody is throughout the field, and how's that going to hurt or help Jeremy Brio.
Brio draftless, sitting in the 5th position now. Brio finds himself 1.6 seconds behind Painter, 2.8 seconds behind Ryan Pennell. But did Brio get far more fuel than that of his competitors? We'll see in the next 19 or so laps. Tommy Reynolds now closing in that gap to within 7/10 on Ohio's Terry Gabbard. Cody Pennell, the Georgian, to the inside of Reynolds in that green Commodore, and the rainbow-colored Holden of Dustin Painter sitting in 4th. However, Brio not out of it yet. It's a wait-and-see game, and we'll see who has the stones to hold it the longest. Fight for the lead with Patrick Allen currently in the way. Mitchell Gabbard leads Reynolds.
Yeah, Gabbard might be in trouble here. Reynolds is going to try to make this move. It's going to be 3 wide almost here at the moment. Reynolds is going to try to go through the middle if he possibly can. No, he sits behind Gabbard, but he's going to go for the move on him anyway here right now, and he will get that through, and Cody Pennell will try to follow him.
Down that inside line, it's Reynolds, it's Pennell, Gabbard to the outside with Patrick Allen very kindly moving out of the way to let the championship fight progress. Reynolds, new leader at the Texas Motor Speedway. Cody Pennell to the inside, 2 wide behind him, and Dustin Painter wants to play too. He wants every last little holy nugget of that top 3 that he can get, and chasing down Gabbard in the blue number 4 for every last inch. Now to the inside of the blue Falcon. He's made his presence known, hitting that apron, scrubbing off speed in the corner, and Mitchell, you just saw there how important the line is to keep that speed.
Oh, it absolutely is, especially around here, because if you lose a little bit of momentum around here, you lose some chunk of time, and you want to keep that momentum going, especially if you want to get past the car ahead of you.
At the front, Tommy Reynolds leading. Jeremy Brio still in the 5th position, but now 6th, so much further away, and he's caught some side draft off of Patrick Allen. Brio now within 1.2 seconds, so he's getting closer to this top 5, and Tommy Reynolds' efforts all for pride now. Coming into this race, 2nd in the point standings. It's not over until it's over. Still one more pit stop cycle to go through, but Reynolds currently doing everything he needs to do to win this title.
Yeah, he's doing absolutely everything he needs to do to win this, and wants to be at the front. That's all he's got to do. If he can be at the front and possibly get the win, who knows? He can get that win and hope that Jeremy Brio is a bit further back. But at the moment, that's not going to go his way. But right now, he's possibly thinking of just getting that win to end the season well.
New leader in the 2-8, Cody Pennell, coming up on his cousin Ryan, just languidly rolling into that 3rd corner, but Pennell just doing everything he's got to do. Ryan Pennell running a few races this season and having a wonderful time. Can't hate a driver that's here for fun. And that's really what it's about. I mean, we do enjoy these race cars. We do love watching the racing, but it is just a blast watching these V8 supercars on a NASCAR oval do pack racing. The draft is alive and well, and it's going to make for great competition as we recently cross halfway.
Yep, we've just come up to the halfway point now. We're getting close to that 2nd stop here very soon. So that'll be very interesting to see how that will play into the hands of everybody here at the moment, as things are getting very tight here at the moment between Gabbard and also Dustin Painter here at the moment. So everybody trying to start to maybe look for some moves here at the moment, but we go back to single file for now.
It's Cody Pennell, it's Tommy Reynolds, Terry Gabbard, your top three. There's Dustin Painter just on the cusp of the podium, and welcome Jeremy Brio back into the fray. The number 7-4 Holden Commodore in the 5th position has caught the draft. Oh, look at this, 3 wide for second. Painter wisely backs off the throttle, and he says, I'll try it later, as Mama Vols enters the chat. Ma'am, how are you? Send my love to Terry, send my love to the family. Back in Tennessee, you've stumbled with 23 upcoming laps to go. Cody Pennell leading Terry Gabbard. Tommy Reynolds now in the 3rd position, with Jeremy Brio chasing Dustin Painter in 4th.
Look, Terry Gabbard now trying to see for a move for the lead here possibly at the moment. Gabbard trying to see if he can get that run, but he just doesn't have enough for now, and he'll try to pull him back behind again off Pennell and Reynolds. So it's getting very interesting here at the front at the moment, because a few of these guys are interested in making some moves.
Pit stops coming up within the next, I would say, about 10 to 15 laps. We'll see who can hold out the furthest, but so far it's been a single file train for at least 1 to 2 laps at a time. But the draft is so powerful, Mitch, these drivers have no choice but to reach out and try a pass. Terry Gabbard on the outside of Tommy Reynolds now fighting for second, and look at them weave across these lanes.
Yep, everybody playing for keeps here at the moment. It's so fascinating to see how it's all playing out here right now. Dustin Painter again has pulled out to the 5th spot, which I believe that's where he's going to be for a little bit until he can make some moves. As Gabbard now moves back towards us. Now Jeremy Brio closes in on Tommy Reynolds.
Terry Gabbard in the 4, now behind Dustin Painter. The cars diligently continue to revolve around the Texas Motor Speedway. We'll see who can hold out the longest on this next cycle. Georgia's Cody Pennell leads Tommy Reynolds in 2nd. Championship leader Jeremy Brio sitting in 3rd with 2:0 to go on the scoreboard. Pitch black sky at the Texas Motor Speedway, and the lights illuminating the last 20 laps of this season. It was 6 weeks ago we started with these race cars, and it's been a thrill to bring you every race since. Whether you've been with us since lap 1 or you've just tuned in, sit back, relax, and thank you so much for coming in for these last 19 laps of the inaugural season of the ARC's Race of Champions. Mitchell, Cody Pennell leading Tommy Reynolds, Dustin Painter in 3rd, and Jeremy Brio a distant 4th. If you had to pick, who's your race winner tonight?
Well, I'm still predicting Dustin Painter here at the moment. I mean, he's trying to look for a move there on Tommy Reynolds there at the moment. Look out for Terry Gabbard as well. He's come into the lane already. He's taken his final stop, and that first pit stop helped him to be in the lead, but he does lose a bit of speed towards the end of his run. So it's going to be a fascinating finish between these 5 drivers once they all pit and join Terry at the end of it. It's going to be interesting to watch, no doubt about it.
17 to go this time by. Cody Pennell has led the most laps so far. He's got the fastest lap of tonight's race with a 29.52. Single file top 5, and you better believe that there's fuel saving going on. Drivers can go just about 22 to 23 laps on 1 tank of fuel, and we've almost come to that mark, Mitchell. They last pitted on lap 24, all of the top 7 last pitting on lap 24, and we're reaching that mark now. Approximately with 13 laps to go, you should see drivers diving in.
Yeah, you should see drivers coming in soon. I think it's going to be pretty much whenever Cody comes in. That's pretty much when you're going to see this top 4 take their final stops.
It's also going to be a test of diligence, of concentration. One mistake, a pit stop speeding penalty, spinning the tires out of pit lane, speeding out of pit lane, drifting onto the track out of pit lane, all of that will cripple your finish and send you well outside the top 10.
Oh, it absolutely will. One slight mistake can just cost you. And we've seen that throughout the night here already. It's just so crucial to get everything right, especially here at Texas.
15 on the scoreboard. It's going to be 14 to go, this time by Cody Pennell and Tommy Reynolds. 1-2 with Jeremy Brio to the inside of Dustin Painter for the third position, chipping away positions one at a time. Reynolds looking for clean air to the inside of Jeremy Brio. Further on back, you've got Tommy Withers drafting with Kentucky's Cody Riggs. Withers sets him up, and he knocks it down for the 12th position. A textbook pass on the slate-colored Commodore, but back to the outside as they watch the leaders spar into turn number 3. This is the beauty of these race cars, Mitch, is that you don't lose almost anything being overtaken because the draft keeps you right in contention.
Oh, it absolutely does. The draft is so powerful around here with these cars. You get that momentum shift, and you're just through. And if you can hold on to the back of the other car, you still have that momentum, and that's how important it really is.
Lucky number 13 laps will become a dozen circuits remaining, and drivers will have to think about pit stops. John Honeybrink in the middle of the racetrack as the leaders go by. Cody Pennell to the outside. Tommy Reynolds able to follow. What will happen with Brio and Painter looking to get around the outside of the midnight colored 20? Out of turn number 2. Cody Pennell and Tommy Reynolds still single file. Watch the dip down to the left side. There go Brio and Painter. They dip to the left side, but are they signaling their entrance? Are they faking? Keep your eye on the 6.5, Mitch. He's slowing down, and is the 7.4. Here they come as the top 2. Championship pit stops underway.
I just want to point out that Painter and Brio lost a little bit of time because they've been battling really hard at the moment. So that's why they were a little bit further back from that top 2. And we look out for where Terry Gabbard is as well, because he's actually been getting a lot of momentum off other cars to gain a little bit of time here. So we'll be interested to see where he comes out in relation to this top 4. So final pit stops happening right now.
1-0 to go, next time by, and then it's 9 at the line. New Jersey's Tristan Catania takes the lead as he did last pit stop cycle. Cody Pennell now being overtaken by Tommy Reynolds, who gets around the 2.8, and Reynolds has done it again, Mitchell. He comes out with the potential lead, or expected lead, I should say, out of pit road. This time, Brio not trailing as far. Cody Pennell, his pit stop time, 17.1 seconds. Tommy Reynolds with a 16-second stop. Brio still struggling to get the draft, and it's not over yet. 9 at the line, next time by. Catania leads. Samuel Roberts is out of pit road, and these next few laps, Mitch, will determine the champion. Well, actually it won't. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's going to determine who got the best pit stop.
Yeah, yeah, basically. Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see how these final 10 laps pan out here at the moment. It's going to be an interesting one, no doubt about it.
Tristan Catania, the last driver left the pit. It would be a miracle for him to stretch this another 8.5 laps, but anything's possible. Let's have a listen now to Catania and see how he's throttling it into the corner. And he's on his way in. So Tristan Catania, brave attempt it might be to stay out as long as possible, comes screaming down pit road and may have earned himself a penalty. Meanwhile, Cody Pennell gets around Tommy Reynolds out of the 4th corner. This is the fight for the lead with 8 laps to go.
It's a close fight here between these two once again, and it's going to rage on for these final 8 laps, no doubt about it. But Cody Pennell's just holding on to it beautifully. But here comes Tommy Reynolds.
Maroon, green, and midnight sprawled across the racetrack into that 3rd corner. Jeremy Brio running his fastest lap of the evening with a 29.59. Tom Sears, the Massachusetts pilot, with his fastest lap of the night, 29.52. Daniel Roberts with a green lap. Sam Roberts with a green lap. Patrick Allen with his fastest lap all night. And it's only getting quicker. 6 to go next time, Mitch.
It's going to be like this for the next 6 laps. It's going to be close. It's going to be fast. No doubt about it. It's going to be very quick these times, especially when these guys are right near each other.
Jeremy Brio 1.5 seconds behind this fight here. Tommy Reynolds, new leader with 6 laps to go. Brio drafting off of John Honeybrink in the midnight colored car, and Daniel Roberts is in the pink car. Samuel Roberts in the number 1-5 Alabaster Falcon, third in line, but next on Brio's target, as Jeremy will look to use the draft and get closer to the top 2. But now with 5 to go, Mitchell, it's up to Cody Pannell, who will try and set up Tommy Reynolds for the race-winning pass.
And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to settle in and look for the right moment to go for it here at the moment. Let Tommy Reynolds lead for a little while and then wait for those last few laps to try to take that opportunity.
Listening now to the V8 Ford Falcon engine of Cody Pannell, who's chasing down the green-colored number 7 car. 4 laps to go this time by Jeremy Brio, 1 second behind Cody Pannell. Pannell looking just for any move to get him. Mitchell, if it were you, would you wait until the last lap to set up the pass?
It's tough to say. I think you look for that opportunity in the last lap, 3 laps, 2 laps to go. See the opportunity you can take and try to take it, or wait for the right moment before you get the run and maybe go for it. But that last lap is where you want to be second and get that run, go for the win, for the lead. It's going to be so crucial.
4.5 miles remain as Jeremy Brio catches up to the alabaster-colored 1.5 Falcon of Samuel Roberts. Then you've got Tommy Reynolds in the green-colored Commodore ahead of the burgundy or maroon-colored Ford of Cody Pannell. Sam Roberts in the 1.5 car, still clinging to these top 2. 7, 28, 74, your top 3 with the 1.5 between these championship fighters. 3 miles remain, Mitch.
It's going to be interesting now. This is going to be a close fight for this one. I don't think Jeremy Brio is going to be in it for this finish, but he will take P3, win it all, will win the title, but the race win is still up for grabs between these two right now.
Tommy Reynolds just ahead of Cody Pannell, who bounces off the apron, and that kills his run. He's going to have to try into the first corner. Commando Griff says Brio is lurking. White flag is in the air, Mitch. Reynolds, Pannell going into one.
It's going to be interesting now. Can Pannell look for it? He's going to try and see if he can get the opportunity. He's got the run, and he will take it, but Tommy Reynolds might pull in behind him and see if he can get a run out of the last 2 corners.
Weaving down the back straight, the 28 of Cody Pannell leading Tommy Reynolds, setting him up for one more move. The 7 Commodore behind Pannell, trying to get one more advantage. Coming to the line, Georgia's Cody Pannell defending Reynolds, and he wins the final round of AROC at the Texas Motor Speedway. Tommy Reynolds in second, Jeremy Brio with the bronze medal, and he is the inaugural ARC's Race of Champions champion. How do you like that? Jeremy Brio getting it done with a 3rd place finish. He is the 6-race season champion. Tommy Reynolds in 2nd place. Cody Pannell getting the race win tonight. And it's going to be a $100 gift card to CircleBDiecast.com for Jeremy Brio. Prizes also for Tommy Reynolds, who's finishing 2nd in the championship. And we're going to have, let's see, Tommy Reynolds there finishing in 2nd, Cody Pannell, the race winner, Jeremy Brio with some dual burnouts, and Samuel Roberts for some reason between all of them there, and Brio leading Pannell down that front straight in some dual burnout celebrations. Fans at home, don't go anywhere. We're going to have top 3 interviews. Cody Pannell, Tommy Reynolds, Jeremy Brio in 3rd. On the podium now with our top three, starting with our race winner in the number 28 Maroon Ford Falcon, Cody Pennell, getting the job done in the season final. Way to win it.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to finally get one of these. It's been kind of disappointing so far. After the showing I had in the Monday Night Mazda series, it's good to finally get a win in the second running of it, basically. Had some bad luck at Charlotte and Bathurst, so glad to finally shake the monkey off my back and get the win. And congrats to Jeremy and Team Sideswipe on the championship. And congrats to Tommy also for being on the podium tonight.
Congrats on that win, Cody. Go on and celebrate.
Thank you, bud.
Mitchell, you're with our second place finisher, the green number 7 of Tommy Reynolds.
Well, Tommy Reynolds, what a racer was. Just didn't get there in the end for the win, but still P2 in a great battle up for the lead. Talk us through that.
Yeah, I just came up short there at the end. Saw Cody sizing me up for a couple laps, so I knew I was way out in front for too long, and I knew that was my one mistake. And yeah, I just coming up short at the end, and congrats to Jeremy on the championship.
And congrats to you for these 6 weeks as well. Great performance. And Rick, I'll let you take it away with our champion.
Driver of the number 74 lemon-colored DI9 Designs sponsored Holden Commodore with a points total of 139 to Tommy Reynolds 117 and Terry Gabbard's 85. Jeremy Brio, you are the inaugural DI9 Designs AROC champion.
Hell yeah. It's pretty cool. I love these cars, even though I say I hate them in practice, but this has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Rick, first of all, for putting this on. Thank you, DI9 Designs, for putting in all the work and sponsoring this deal. Yeah, it's been a hell of a 6 weeks. Yeah, I just can't say enough because this has been one of the most fun events that I've run in a long time. So hats off to you again, Rick and Mitchie and everybody that put this on. This has been a lot of fun, and congratulations to Cody on winning that race. He really wanted to win one of these, and congratulations to Tommy on second. I know he wanted the championship really bad, but hey man, second sucks, but at least he gets $30 for it.
Prizes all around and certainly a lot of celebrations. Jeremy Brio, congratulations on the win. Go celebrate with Team Sideswipe.
Alrighty, thank you, Rick.
After all the racing and all the 6 weeks, we have got to give it up to the folks over at DI9 Designs, the Chase Elliott custom graphic design page on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at DI9 Designs. They post graphics on all platforms multiple times a week on top of taking requests on all types of logos, Chase Elliott wallpapers, iRacing schemes, and more. Follow and DM them for more details. They are not affiliated with Hendrick Motorsports or Chase Elliott. Be sure to use code DI9 Designs for free shipping on your diecast and merch orders over $20 on CircleBDiecast.com. Mitch, we have tackled Formula One on Xbox, we've tackled the V8 supercars on iRacing, and another successful season is in the books, my friend. Thank you so much for coming to support this fun little game that we play.
Everyone enjoyed at home as well, since Australia is my homeland and these cars are my home cars. So I hope everyone enjoyed it at home, and it was a lot of fun, and it was always a pleasure to do it with you, Rick.
Until that next series. Actually, you know what? Before I start talking to you, next Thursday, we're starting TNT, Thursday Night Thunder. From Rockingham Speedway, we're taking the ARCA cars, or the Gen 4 stock cars, to the Rock. And we're starting Season 4, a 12-race season starting next Thursday. That's going to be February 17, 8:30 p.m. right here on Rick James TV. Don't miss that. And until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we will see you all